We're live into the Facebook community for leverage. And you know what? Believe it or not, this is like episode 13, which is nuts,
Magic
right?
number.
Look at that. I know it's a secretly magic happy number for everybody.
I know.
And we've got Pavel. What's up, Pavel?
Hey, what's going on, brother?
How are you, man?
Good, dude. Doing good, man.
Thanks for being on. And we've got Marion, who works with your company here. And the cool thing about Marion, besides having a really cool headset, good job on that, Marion. Besides that, he actually runs Facebook ads and Instagram ads. And that's really why we have him here, because one of the things that's been difficult for most agents is having the time to be able to go to the back end of Facebook or Instagram and post routinely or create ads, right? I'm telling you this from personal experience, because every time I run an ad, I'm like, okay, this is cool. It takes some time. But then the hard part is like 3 weeks later, a month and a half later, it changes. And it's like, what is this? I thought ads manager would look a certain way, and it doesn't. It's just completely changing all the time. And I hate that part. So, Marion, how often are you posting right now on the back end of Facebook to post to Facebook and Instagram? What does that look like? Is this something that you're doing every day right now, every other day, once a week? What does that look like?
So for my current client, yes, I'm posting every day with different social media contents depending on what they like. So Mondays we do properties. Tuesday I prepare something like did you know that facts or real estate facts. um Thursdays we do, or Wednesdays we do infographics or stats. Thursdays I think we have to go on to properties again, and Fridays we prepare something like national holidays, or if there's something that we need to post like uh April Fool's Day or St. Patrick's Day, those kinds. So yeah, every
All
day,
right.
every day.
How do you decide what to post? Is this like, do you have a calendar that you look at, or how do you decide what's good on what day?
So my client and I agreed on what to post for the certain days of the week. So what I do is I submit designs to him and approve it, and then after that schedule it out on Facebook Business Suite. So yeah.
Okay, so right now, when you post it out to, when you schedule it out to post to Facebook, are you also scheduling it out to post on Instagram or just
Yes.
Facebook?
With Instagram, but some posts are just for Facebook, some just for Instagram, but usually there's a button there on Business Suite. If you have your Instagram set up with your Facebook, you should be able to post simultaneously on Instagram.
Okay, perfect. You are right on that one. Now, do you use, like, remember I had my social media person on here, and she
Hmm.
uses the calendar on the back end on Creator Studio. Do you currently use the Facebook or Instagram calendar or no?
No, no. Just the on the left hand side there's a scheduled post.
Yep.
Yeah. Sometimes we also use third party platform CMS like later to schedule post, or Hootsuite for some associates. So yeah.
Okay. So let's
Yeah.
talk about this current client that you have that you're posting to Facebook and Instagram for.
Hmm.
Are you
Yep.
only posting to Facebook and Instagram, or are you also posting to LinkedIn, maybe YouTube if it's got some videos, TikTok, Snapchat, anything else?
They are currently um prioritizing Facebook and Instagram since they have more traction in there. But eventually, for sure, we'll be expanding on posting to LinkedIn and post also video contents on YouTube for sure.
All right. So let's talk a little bit about a couple of things. One, where do you get your content to create it? Is that something that the person that you work for, in this case, you're working for a real estate agent, right?
A real estate brokerage, actually.
Okay, a real estate brokerage. Now, are they providing you with some of this content, or do you go and get it? Do you request it? Do you create it? What does that look like?
For property listing, for sure, it will be coming from them. The assets, the photos or videos, if in some cases, will be coming from them.
Okay.
For infographics, that's the thing that I research through third party websites.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, and then that's the reason why actually I need to send it to them and ask for approval before posting, because some facts or some infographics are not that um, number one, reliable,
Okay.
um, not timely. Second is third will be it's not that relatable in the area. So that's why they need to check that out first. Um, Another infographic. So we talked about properties,
Yeah.
infographic,
Uh-huh.
some real estate facts. That's something that I need to research as well.
Where do you typically research this?
There are a lot actually. Sometimes just Google search real estate facts, you have a ton of results.
Got it.
Sometimes I have to go through Pinterest. There are a lot in there. Um, yeah. Get those real estate facts, lay out them, brand them with their branding. Of course, don't forget to source the to mention the source.
Okay.
Um,
So
yeah.
once you create the content, where are you creating this content in? Are you using Canva? Are you using Publisher? What are you using?
Either Canva or Photoshop, depending on how the design will be, if it's going to be intricate or not. If it's simple, then Canva. If you have to manipulate a lot on the photo or something, Photoshop or Illustrator.
All right, cool. And do you usually use Canva or Photo Illustrator to just post the pictures or create better pictures, or do you also edit video on there as well, like really short video?
That's only for photos or still images. For videos, I use Premiere
Okay.
uh, and sometimes, if needed, After Effects, Adobe. Yeah.
All right. I'm just writing out what you use. What tech do you use? All right. So give me a list of the cool things that you use tech-wise. Canva, Adobe Premiere. What else?
Yeah. Actually, the whole Adobe Creative Suite, like Photoshop, Illustrator, uh, Premiere,
Okay.
After Effects,
Okay.
InDesign.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, InDesign. Sometimes I had a client before that asked me to lay out something on InDesign. What else?
Do you use
Um,
Facebook Ads Manager to
yeah,
post Facebook lead ads? Do you create Facebook
yes,
lead ads as well?
yes,
All
for
right.
paid ads, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
tell me about that one because a lot of agents would love to have that feature, but they don't have the time to learn how to do that. Where do you
yeah.
get the information to create those ads? And once you create those ads with leads coming through, where do those leads land? Do you guys put it
Okay.
in your CRM? Tell me all that.
So the number one step is to set up or to tune up your Facebook leads or Facebook ads account. So you
Okay.
have sometimes it's the client that actually know how to set up the account. So I'll let him be and just add me as an um, admin to manipulate the Facebook ad account.
Okay.
But the number one requirement is for you to have a business page. Some clients don't have a Facebook business page; they're using their personal page. So
Okay.
you can so actually you cannot run ads on a personal page.
Do
You
you
can only
help
book.
create those too if they don't have it?
Yes, and that's why there's a process that if you if the page is new, there's you have to grow your likes first, and all those stuff, subscribers and all, um followers, I mean. um After that, you'll be setting up the Facebook pixel.
Okay.
um
You set that one
assume
up for everybody too?
Assuming that the client have their landing page or
Oh, nice.
website. Yeah,
I like
because
that.
you have to implant that um pixel to a landing page or a website.
All
So
right. So,
sometimes the client does have that, sometimes they don't.
all
So
right. So Marion, once you're on the back end here, I'm going to show my screen here.
okay.
Once you're on this section right here,
Mm-hmm.
what do you typically, which one do you typically gravitate to for, let's say I want to just get more views on my actual listing. Which one would you gravitate to for that one?
Either reach, traffic, or engagement. That's the three for that I usually use for views.
All right.
Um, but usually, it's not that you just want to expand the views. You want traction. You want conversion as well. So you can use lead gen because every post, it is actually it is advisable or encouraged to have an action plan or a call to action
Yep.
in the end. So lead gen is one of the most used, I think, for me.
Yep, it is. It's a good one. It's a really good one. So I'm going to ask Pavel something because
Hmm.
you obviously got it. It sounds like you know what you're doing. So that's number that's important to me. I like that. So where did you get your training from? Like, where did you learn this stuff?
From Virtudesk. Yeah, from Virtudesk.
All
Because
right.
I never had this knowledge before actually. So
Oh, okay. Actually, I
yeah, yeah.
wasn't expecting that answer. Pavel, that's kind of cool. I was actually going to ask something else to Pavel, but damn, I'll ask him that. How the hell did he learn that with you guys?
We have a training platform. We have an called Virtudesk Academy, where
Uh-huh.
all of our virtual assistants actually, when they go through training, they can learn that. Also, once they actually hired by the client, they can do like self-up training. Also, we have subject matter experts who can meet with VAs, like Marion can be a subject matter expert and meet with other virtual assistants and help them out and teach them how to do it. So we have the culture of collaboration and joint like a mutual help in essence.
That's cool.
Uh, yeah. Also, we are implementing new program. What's called, it's going to be a continuing education like realtors do.
Uh-huh.
We're gonna incentivize VAs to learn like continuing education credits, so they gotta have certain number of credits in order to qualify for certain perks.
I like
So
that.
in order to do that, they would have to log in and actually demonstrate a certain number of hours completed at the academy. So we've developed this platform for learning, basically. That's what we did. And sometimes VAs come to us, they don't have the experience of working as a virtual assistant, or they don't have, let's say, because most of them come from call centers,
Hmm.
and not from virtual assistant world where they have to learn all the stuff that Marion learned. However, we kind of mold them into being virtual assistants, and continually teaching them how to do it.
All right, dude, I have a question then. Where do you find people like Marion? Because the biggest challenge, I always get texts like, "Hey, I need a social media person like yours." And I'm like, besides Virtudesk, I mean, where do you guys find these trained people? You guys have like a whole a network of people that you guys
Have a whole department. We have a scouting department, like sourcing people who look for candidates, look for talent. We have people who interview them, and after they go through the interview, then they have to be trained. So it's a whole infrastructure already built in place, because we have to go through thousands of resumes to find good qualified candidates.
Mhm.
Because they have to meet certain standards, like English aptitude test, like those, especially those who worked at the BPO industry.
Yeah.
So business process outsource. They let's say they work for a company like Bank of America, Sprint, or AT&T. They have to have English aptitude test at those call centers.
Mm.
So whenever we hire from the call centers, we know that they already gone through that, but still we make sure that they pass the English aptitude test with us. We provide them with a test, make sure they actually have a comprehension, reading, writing, and speaking, and also background check. We do background check. We do profile of personality profile, like disc profile. It's also very important. But it's basically a full-time job to even look for talent. If you know what I'm
It is. It's not
saying.
easy.
Yeah, and
But
then train them as well. That's
all right, I like that. All right. So Marion, what did you do before you were helping out people with social media?
So before I entered Virtudesk, is that what you're asking?
Yeah. What did you do?
Yeah, I am a musician by heart,
Oh,
so that's what I do. Um,
playing the
uh,
guitar. I saw it.
yeah,
wow.
um, yeah, and then also I I was a customer care specialist before for Avid Technology. Um, so I spent a good 2 years with them. So
All right.
after that, yeah,
So musician, customer service, jump in here, you start learning about social media, right? You get
yeah.
trained and then you come in and you actually answered all my questions pretty well. That's cool. Where did you get trained in Adobe though? I want to know Adobe Suite. How the hell did that happen?
So that one, actually, I graduated multimedia arts, so that's where that came from. So,
Okay. I like
so
that.
yeah,
Nice. All right. So then how are you continue? Because look, Pavel just said that they're also starting, so they're going to start soon. Maybe they just started it. The continual training, like continuing education type thing, right?
Yeah, we're gonna start that. It's gonna be implemented probably next month in April.
All right. So next month, right? But in the meantime, Marion, how do you stay up to date with everything? How have you been making sure that you're training correctly so that you show up a better version of yourself for us on the real estate side or as the solopreneur or entrepreneur? Because we need you at the highest level.
yeah. There are actually a lot of training videos on YouTube, from big names up to those who just create from their personal experience. So that's what I do: study on YouTube, read on Google on what's up with the Facebook Ads Manager, how it works, if there's only a a readable material for what is the algorithm on Facebook, I will read it just to learn it. So
Okay. Where do you
yeah.
typically go to? Do you have any sites that you go to continually keep up to date? Anything that comes to mind?
There's no particular, actually. I just Google search or search on YouTube, Facebook ads, training, like courses like that. So
All right. All right. So
yep.
now let's say I'm going to hire someone like you. Okay. I call up a company like Virtudesk here, and I talk to a rep, and I'm like, hey, I want somebody like Marion, because Marion is awesome, smart, he knows what he's doing. What are some of the suggestions you can give me? Because you know how you work, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what are some of the suggestions that you can give me so that I can keep my social media guy happy and engaged so that they're working better for me?
Number one is a list of job or tasks to do.
Job
That's something that clients actually neglect or sometimes forget to do, up to the point that the VA is not that what you call this, proactive to ask for more. So they ended up wasting their time, both of their times, and yeah, it ended up with a client cancellation. So a list of tasks, schedule the task for a daily, monthly,
Oh,
or
nice.
weekly. That's something that a VA and the client should have set up in the first few weeks of their relationship
Should they
together.
have
So
this? Hold on, Marion. Should they have this before they hire a VA, or should they create it when they hire them? Because you just said daily, weekly, monthly, and sometimes, I mean, Pablo, sometimes we just start with a daily, right? It's like,
pretty
hey,
much, yeah.
here it
Yeah.
is, kind of thing.
well, it's advisable to have that before the handover of the VA. That's something that you need to prepare, because hiring a VA, you already know what you want, what the VA what you want your VA to be working with. So list them, because we know realtors are busy, that they haven't got any chance to write down or type in whatever they need to tell you or ask you to do. So
True, true.
list them, yeah. And sometimes ask the VA, what do you enjoy the most? Yeah, for example, me, I enjoy designing stuff or graphic designs. um give them an ample amount of time to maybe express their, if you feel that the VA is creative, or on the creative side, give them a chance to express themselves, or help you.
Oh, you got muted, Marion. Unmute yourself. There.
Sorry.
No, you go
Yeah,
ahead.
okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, give them a time to actually, in general, to be themselves. If they're on the creative side, let them be. I think that can boost the um, the VA as actually. So
I like it. I hear what you're saying, man. You're telling me to let my VAs and my staff in general gravitate to their strengths more.
yeah, because they will enjoy working on that, and
Eh, all right. So far you've got have a list, an itemized list, task duties,
hmm
daily, weekly, monthly, if we can. Um,
hmm
let them gravitate to their strengths as long as it's within the job description,
hmm
right?
yeah.
I want to know how we should communicate with you better. What do you prefer? Do you prefer that I text you? Do you all day? Do you prefer that I email you? What do you prefer typically?
Actually, if you can schedule like in a week, let's meet, let's say Monday, Wednesday, Friday with a video chat. That's gonna help. Because you be able to realign with your VA, what's happening, even touch base personally, how you're doing. It's not that you are my VA, you are my client. We're only talking about work. So
Got
a
it.
good relationship actually is vital in this kind of job, because number one, you're only connected virtually or digitally. So there's a big difference if you're meeting them in person. So yeah, touching base to personal stuff or personal life from time to time is a help in the relationship of VA dash client. Yeah.
All right.
So I prefer chat, um maybe once or twice weekly call, but it depends actually if there's a task that needs to be explained thoroughly. So I prefer call than going back and forth with the chat. So
All right. I like that. So be specific as to when we're going to meet so we can go over things,
mhm, mhm.
and let's also talk about something besides work sometimes to connect, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Sure.
actually.
All right, I like that. And how can we as the employers in essence create a better environment for you, Marion? Like how would that work on us? What would that look like for you?
Actually, those things that I told you, the list, the connection, the relationship, um, that will make a VA happy actually.
All right.
Because I had a client before that is a first timer on having a VA, and actually she doesn't know what to do, what to provide me, what
Yeah.
to. So it ended up it's not working for us.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Uh,
I mean, Pablo and I
so
always talk about how
Oh
the
yeah.
very first time we had VAs, we sucked at it, right? It's just, it's part, unfortunately, it's part of the process.
yeah,
It
yeah,
is.
yeah. I
Definitely. Yeah.
It's tough. It's tough. But look, you already hit on three things that I really like. Pablo, anything else you think of? Like if I hire somebody that's talented like Marion, who's running my social media, right? What else? How can I make the relationship better so he works even better for me?
Well, the way we have ours set up in our company, because we have a hybrid office, we have people in the US and in the Philippines. And people in the US have several VAs that they're working with, like Sarah, for example. She has daily meetings with them. So it's very important also to maintain company culture. I know they have their separate chat room. I'm actually part of it. They don't know about it yet until they kick me out. But I see that I mean, there are different points of connections besides work, besides giving a task. Sometimes after hours they can just reach out and share some funny things there, or to uplift everybody. Because it's very important, especially right now in the Philippines. They're in another lockdown 2.0, like again, like complete quarantine. So people obviously in a different mental state than we are here.
Yeah.
And it's important to actually maintain that good spirit and uplifting with people, because again, if the person is happy, they will be better. It's going to be better employee for you.
True.
At the same time, it's just basic human thing, I guess, interaction. And some VAs, they work in the areas of the country where there's complete lockdown, so it's hard for them to even get out. They cannot even get out from the house, like
Ah,
complete shelter in place. That's, and obviously that's a mental drain. And
very
about it too.
true.
So it's important to maintain that good culture, and the communication. Have more communication. The more you talk, guys, the better off it's going to be. That's my suggestion. There's no rocket science.
All right. I love it.
Yeah.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. And look, this is brought to you by Virtudesk. Obviously, Marion works with Virtudesk and he's a good dude. Good job, Marion. I'm impressed
thank you.
after interviewing you, buddy. Um,
Thank you.
when you if you ever stop working for the current person you do, let Pavel know and he can let me know.
Actually, I worked with I had a chance to work with lab coats agents
Oh,
before.
nice, man.
Yeah, yeah,
I like it.
before.
I wasn't that customer that sucked, was I?
No, no, no. I just forgot the name of the client actually, but yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
All right, man.
maybe.
Well, this would be for my personal real estate business because I was really impressed that you understand the back end of Facebook pretty good. So great job on that. Keep growing and keep on. You know what? I would love to do a part two, Pavel,
Yep.
where we dive to the back end. And Marion, I want to see how you create the content. I want to see
Mm-hmm,
the
mm-hmm,
screens. I want to see you use Canva, Adobe, whatever you
mm-hmm,
use, right?
mm-hmm,
And
mm-hmm.
then I want to see how you create the ads. Like we don't have to dive into a lead ad because that takes a while sometimes.
Yeah, yeah.
But I want you to show me once you create a simple ad, how you populate it to Facebook and then Instagram, right?
Yep,
So
for sure. Yeah.
those three things, Canva, the Adobe suite, and posting to Facebook and Instagram.
Okay.
Sounds good. So Barry will schedule it out, right?
Heck yeah, let's
Barry?
do it.
Yeah,
Yep.
perfect.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much. This is recorded. It's going on to the YouTube channel for Virtudesk. Pavel, thanks for being on, buddy.
Thank you guys. Have a
Bye,
good
Marion.
one. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye bye.